Welcome, I'm Sean Heinz with Roadtrek Incorporated. I'm going to show you how to winterize your Roadtrek Incorporated built Zion product. Today, you're going to need to start with some winterization fluid or RV antifreeze, plumber's antifreeze. All of these items are non-toxic and they are what you require in order to winterize your unit. I have some set aside in a container with a funnel so that we can pour it into the unit. And I have a unit to catch any liquid that'll be going onto the floor because we're doing it in a closed environment. So you're going to start with ensuring that your tanks have all been emptied. We'll discuss the freshwater tank, but this is going to be done after your sewage tanks and gray tanks have been emptied. If you have the opportunity to flush your gray tank and your black tank when you're at the waste disposal site, my recommendation is to run the freshwater tank empty using the water pump into your black tank through the toilet. That way you can flush the toilet prior to putting your vehicle away. Black tank prior to putting your vehicle away. We're going to go around. There are 2 points on this van that need to be emptied for your freshwater tank and the low point lines. One is at the rear of the vehicle and one is at the driver's side. We'll go to the rear, empty it first, and then we'll go to the The other line is located underneath the B pillar, right here. When you open that, you'll drain out the freshwater tank. The amount of time that takes depends on how empty your tank is to start. It could take up to an hour to drain the tank completely. The Zion products are equipped with a Girard Insta-Hot hot water heater. You need to turn it off prior to being winterized. The switch is located here. 0 is off. At that point you can close the door and secure it. We're going to top up the antifreeze. Only do this after your valves are closed on the lines. Remove the plug. Using a funnel, you'll fill this up. You'll put your antifreeze in. We have some customers are using 2 to 3 gallons, others are using 5. You'll need enough for your water pump to pick it up. So when you go out to the store to grab antifreeze, make sure you grab enough that you can winterize it. You'll never waste it. Located in the cabinet directly below the refrigerator, you'll find the back of your water heater. In the newer models, there is no bypass as it's not required. This is your filter. You'll remove that in the spring. For now, you don't have to do anything with it. And there is no drains or valves that need to be switched in this location. If you have an early Roadtrek Incorporated built unit or an Erwin-Heimer built unit, you're going to notice the difference in the valve system that's located in here, in this cabinet. This is a winterization bypass kit, and it normally bypasses a 6-gallon water heater. In our systems, we do not use the 6-gallon water heater. We use a Girard, so it's not necessary to bypass it. These valves must remain in these positions in order to allow fluid through the Girard water heater. If you close these in that position, you will likely end up with a hot water heater or water heater that is going to leak in the spring. So always leave these valves open and this valve closed with your Girard water heater. The next thing we're going to do is turn on the pump to make sure that we have water pressure or pressure from the system going into the tanks. Once your water pump is on, you can start bleeding the lines. It may take a few minutes for the antifreeze to come through the lines. You'll go from clear to pink, foaminess in this case because our colorant is very low, to the hot and cold water lines, allowing it to drain down the sink. We'll do the same in the shower. The bathroom. You can do the same thing for the toilet, allowing the water antifreeze to come in. As you see the color change, know that that line is clear. The same for the bathroom. In the corner of the shower is a floor drain. You'll remove the drain. Maybe. There we go. And pour antifreeze down the P-trap to ensure that the drain is flushed completely of any liquids, of any water. Put the drain back in place. Any extra antifreeze that goes down the drains will be used to winterize the macerator pump. It's very important to ensure that antifreeze is coming out this drain line, as it's part of the city water fill connection. If left open, if left with water in it, it will freeze and cause problems at the spring. Last but not least, as far as your lines go, is the outside shower, which do the hot and cold and the same thing here. So the last item to do is the macerator. In order to do that, we'll open up the system. Pull the hose out. Extend it as far as you can near the pump door. Both the gray valve and the black valve. Then we're going to activate the macerator. Draining any water out, making sure that you have pink fluid coming through the macerator system. You'll close the valves for the gray and black tanks and put your hose away. At this point, you're going to turn the water pump off. You're finished winterizing. The antifreeze has a colorant in it that can stain your sink, your toilet, and your shower. So before you put the vehicle away, ensure that you wipe up all of the antifreeze from inside the sinks, put your plugs in, and you're done.